Hi, welcome, bienvenidos. It's your girl Yessie, and I'm back with another video. For today's video, I want to use the new palette from Juvia's place, which is the Afrogalactic Eyeshadow palette, and one of its glitters or maybe a few, I'm not sure, but this is the collection that I want to play with. So if you're interested, then keep on watching. Alrighty, amigas, besties, so like I said, I'm gonna be using the Juvia's Place Afrogalactic eyeshadow palette along with the glitters, and I did buy all of them myself, so I'm not sure what look I'm going to be doing today, but I do know I'm going to be using the red in this palette, hence the red t-shirt. You know, I like to matchy but yeah, I'm not sure, just gonna go along with it. And before we start, I wanted to let you know that I have my eyebrows done with nothing new. I used the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz in Ebony to line them, and then I used the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dual Powder in Ebony as well to fill them in. Then I used MAC Paint Pot to carve the bottom of my eyebrow and prime the lids. So that's all I have so far. Oh, and I lightly set my lids with my Dermablend Loose Setting Powder in Translucent, just because there's not a light shade in here for me to set the eyelid, and I don't know, it's just out of habit. I always do that. But yeah, so why don't we just jump in, right? So first things first, I think I'm gonna go into my Sedona Lace EB09 brush. It's a tapered brush, and I'm just gonna go into the shade Moonlight, which is this red right here. So I'm going to grab my little handy dandy brush, mirror, because the palette doesn't have one, and I'm just going to start in this inner part right here with the red. And I've been obsessed with red, hence the red nail polish, but I've also been obsessed with this red blush from ColourPop. I don't know what it is, but I'm obsessed with the red shade right now. So hence why I'm using the red. So I'm just going to place that in the inner part of the eye and then slowly blend it up. And I'm not taking it all the way because I'm going to use another color. Alrighty, so this is what I have going on so far, which I like. Now I'm going to use another brush. This is the MM4. This brush was part of the Mickey and Friends collection. And now I'm going to go into the shade Mars, which is this dark purple right here. And I'm going to apply that to the outer part of the crease. So I'm just going in with a little bit because they're really pigmented. So I'm going to apply this to this inner part right here, and I'm going over the red just so the two colors blend nicely with each other. So I'm bringing this like halfway, and I'm actually going to apply a little bit of that purple called Mars in this outer part right here. See how the two shades blend nicely with each other? Love that. And don't worry if the color comes down a little bit, because you know, once I do the face, I'm gonna end up cleaning it with concealer. Alrighty, so now I'm gonna go back in with the red, and I'm just gonna use this to kind of go over that purple to blend out the edges. Do you see that blend, girl? I love it. I mean, it's not perfect, but do you see that? Do you see the blend with these two colors? I love it. This is exactly what I was missing. Makeup. Makeup. And it's just so thorough. I'm going off here, but makeup is so therapeutic and I love it so much. I missed it. You know, especially on those long days where you're really stressed, it kind of just playing with makeup excites you. Like what colors look good with each other, different combinations. Like, oh, I missed it so much, and this makes me happy. It makes me forget a little bit of, you know, the daily struggles that everyone has, you know? Ah, I love this. Oh my God. Also, I started reading Fourth Wing because Iron Flame was gonna, well, it should have came out already, which I already bought, but I purposely waited to read Fourth Wing so I can read it and then read Iron Flame after that. But so far, so good. And during the time that I was away from YouTube, I was reading a lot, like a lot. So if you are a reading girly, let me know, what book are you reading right now? Because I'm interested to know. Oh my gosh, and I also could do a haul of books I've bought. I think I've bought like 25 books. 25 books, but I've also read them, you know? So yeah, let me know if you're interested. I can make a haul of all the books that I've bought. I can also do recommendations, but I've read so many like good thrillers and horror books for the month of October, and yeah, but that's something that I'm also into right now. Thankfully, I'm back into reading. I used to read a lot before, but then, you know, kids and life got in the way and I kind of stopped reading, but I rediscovered reading again. And yeah, I've been reading like at least 4 to 5. I'm not reading that many books as I used to read, but at least I read a book a week, you know, in my spare time. I've also made it a habit to read my book at least an hour every night before going to bed. That's also very therapeutic for me. But yeah, I love reading books. So yeah, let me know if you're a reading girly. What book are you currently reading? What book are you excited to read? Do you have any recommendations for me? Like I said, right now I'm reading Fourth Wing. After that, I'm going to read Iron Flame. But I'm always open to recommendations for books. Anyways, about this look. So yeah, now I'm just going to grab my Sedona Lace EB09 and I'm just going to run that on the edge of that purple to blend it out nicely. And again, don't worry too much about the eyeshadow coming a little too low, because what's going to happen is I'm going to clean it with concealer. But yeah, so far so good. I like how this is looking. So I think now I'm gonna use one of the shimmers in this palette, but I'm not sure about, no, I don't want to clean it, no, but I am gonna use glitter glue. So I'm gonna be using my Pat McGrath Labs Intensify Artistry wand. I'm gonna use this in the inner part right here where I don't have any eyeshadow. Alrighty, so now that I applied the glitter glue, I am going to go into one of these shades, and I'm thinking I'm gonna go into Bellanova, which is this pretty shade right here, this gold one. So I'm just gonna use my ring finger, Bellona, sorry, not Bellanova, what am I saying, but Bellona, and I'm gonna apply this. Oh, that's so pretty. Alrighty, so now I'm going to get my Sedona Lace EB09 and I'm just going to run it through the crease here because I want it to blend nicely into the shimmer. Then I'm going to use the other MM4 brush, the one we used, that eggplant shade, and I'm just going to run it through the edge a little bit. With no additional product, so I could blend nicely into it. So now I think I want to use one of the glitters. I'm not sure which one. Maybe I'll use Venus, which is this like gold one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just apply it to the lid. And then just maybe blend it out with a brush. Let me see if I have a brush here. Yes, I'll just use this brush. So I'm just going to apply this. And keep looking down because it's wet. And then blend it out with the brush. This shade is called Stargirl. And apply it to this part of the lid. This is more pinky. And I think I'm gonna run the red right here. So I'm just gonna dab into Moonlight and just like press it here, like so. I don't know, I'm just messing with color a little bit. But that's really pretty. So far I like. Alrighty, amigas. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do the liner, lashes, do the face, and then I'll come back and show you the final result. Yeah, and I wanted to do a red lip, but I'm not going to just because it's too much color, so I'm just gonna keep it neutral. So I'll be right back. Alrighty, amigas, so this is the final look. What do you think? I love it. I love the combination. I'm a little sad that the shade that I used that I thought was red, it kind of comes off a little bit more magenta than red. And it looks red in the pan. Yeah, it looks red in the pan, but it pulls like a magenta shade. So that was a bummer. But I mean, the shades blended out nicely, and then the shimmer is so pretty. Oh my goodness. I love it. I loved the look that I was able to create, even though I used maybe like 2 shades. But yeah, I loved it. I like the shimmers, but I want to use them more and make another look, maybe using just one of the glitters as a liner. How cool would that be? So yeah, I need to keep doing more looks now because I have so many eyeshadow palettes that I bought and I want to do videos for. You might not see these palettes at least for the remainder of the month, but for December, I think I want to do what I did last year, which was my 12 days of eye tutorials. Now for that, I usually do old palettes so I can get my use out of them. But I think this year, because you know I was gone for a few months for my my kids' sports and stuff, I think I want to use all the palettes that I bought but didn't get to use as much. So that's what I'm thinking for the month of December. So if just in case I don't do another eye look using this palette this month, then maybe expect it for next month. I'm trying to do a list of all the eyeshadow palettes that so far I've loved and that I want to do another look, and maybe I'll showcase them in December. But yeah, I loved this eye look. I hope you liked this eye look. And yeah, that's all for me today. The details for the rest of my makeup are going to be down in the description box in case you're interested or you want to know, amiga, what's that lip gloss? Amiga, what's the lip liner you used? You know, I got you. So look in the description box for details. But yeah, that's all for me today. I really hope you enjoyed today's eye look. I really hope you're having a great day wherever you are. And as always, I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.